As my child says, this is sick.
And this is me. And the reason I'm smiling like a fat kid in a cake shop? Well, that's because I'm just about to fly over the North Atlantic Ocean to Keflavik Airport, where we'll be visiting one of the most beautiful islands in the world, Iceland.
We've arrived in Iceland.
And with it being just 20 minutes down the road, our first stop was one of Iceland's most famous and beautiful locations, the Blue Lagoon.
And we're finally here, mate, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're in Iceland and we are in the Blue Lagoon. What an absolute treat this is. This is just fantastic. Stunning, isn't it?
That's maybe.
The steam rising with, if we can turn, we've got the mountains in the background. Just an absolutely wonderful location. This is silica mud. Oh, and it's gone absolutely rock hard to the touch. Leave on for 10 minutes and look 10 years younger. It's been a long drive since the Blue Lagoon, hasn't it, through some beautiful countryside. We've stopped here at Pilsu Vagnin to eat some tea. We're going to have some traditional Icelandic hot dogs. As you can see, this beautiful sunset just behind me. We've arrived at the place we're staying.
And not wanting your typical tourist experience, we decided to swap up a hotel in the Icelandic capital of Reykjavik and instead went for a log cabin in the middle of nowhere. This was a cosy, warm and perfect place to get some sleep. Or so I thought. At 1:30 in the morning, I was woke up by this little fellow scratching at the door. And I'm glad he did, because when I looked up, the Northern Lights were in full show.
Good morning from day 2 of sunny old Iceland. I'm here joined by my new friend. Say hello. Last night I was treated enough to see some wonderful northern lights. Really amazing experience. You can't even describe how it's been so far, and we haven't even been here in Iceland for 24 hours. Today we are going to take on what we've aptly dubbed the Platinum Circle. So not just the Golden Circle, but we're going to go around the Golden Circle. We're going to extend the Golden Circle and then travel down to Reykjavik Beach. Just sat out here at the edge of the cabin, and you couldn't really imagine anything better. Waking up, a nice warm coffee, some lovely company down here, and the views that we've got across the island through to the mountains are just phenomenal. So this is currently what I get to see as I wake up. These beautiful mountains, snow covered, an absolutely stunning island, peaceful as heck. Hello. So we are here on the first stop of the Golden Circle Platinum Circle tour, whatever we're calling it today, which is the Kerid Crater. Have a look at this.
And as a man that likes his vices, I could have never imagined that walking round a 6,500-year-old volcanic crater would be so damn fulfilling. And then after driving through some more beautiful scenery, it was on to stop number 2.
So we're here at the very next stop on our Golden Circle journey, a waterfall called Faxi Waterfall. This is what being in Iceland is all about. As my child says, this is sick.
And the benefit of going somewhere not on your typical tourist guide is that we had the entire place to ourselves. This was amazing. But we couldn't stay there forever, so it was on to his next stop. So we drove on up to the Hákarlar geothermal area, also known as the Geyser Hot Springs in the southwest of Iceland. This highly geothermal area features bubbling mud pits, hissing steam vents and small springs, but we were here to visit one of the most famous features in Iceland.
Strokkur, I believe I pronounced right.
This is one of the most frequent and reliable geysers in the world, shooting boiling water nearly 40 metres in the air roughly every 4 to 10 minutes.
Wow.
And then it was back into the car because just a couple of miles up the road was Gulfoss.
Okay guys, as you can see, we are at Gulfoss Waterfall, one of the biggest in Iceland. As you can see right behind me, it is absolutely beautiful.
It's hard to describe what being somewhere like this is like. It's like being in a Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter type movie. It's just surreal and magical. Right, well, after what feels like days and days of driving, we've finally arrived somewhere pretty special.
And that was Seljalandsfoss. This beautiful 60 metre high waterfall created by the runoff from a volcanic glacier is stunning, and it's because of that natural beauty that it has been used as a backdrop in many TV shows and movies, including the music video for Justin Bieber's I'll Show You. But even the best dreams come to an end, so we packed up the car, said goodbye to our new friend, and headed back for the airport. But before we did, we had one last adventure.
We have now arrived in a windy and cold Reykjavik city centre, and as you can see behind me, the famous church. We managed to bag some free parking right outside the middle of the church. As you can see, everyone nicely wrapped up. It is freezing and it is windy, but we've got a couple of hours before we go for our ATV quad biking through the mountains, so we're going to take a tour through the city and hopefully buy some trinkets to take home.
the famous building there, but I couldn't actually tell you what its name is because I neglected to do too much research before I came. Well, that solves that question. This is the Harper Concert Hall and Conference Centre. And we've arrived at Reykjavik Harbour. Lots of big boats, not sure what else. Presuming fishing vessels. We are on the edge of the Arctic Circle. I'm pretty sure up here is where we get most of our cod and haddock for good old fish and chips back in England. Down in the Reykjavik Harbour is also where you would come to board any vessels to go whale watching, which is quite a popular excursion here in Reykjavik. It's what we originally planned to do before we actually found that you could take quad bikes up the side of a mountain, which we'll be doing shortly. But should we come again, whale watching is certainly something we'd be interested in. Dolphins, whales, killer whales, all can be seen just going out into the harbour. Right, dinner time guys, and we're going to get ourselves a nice Viking hot dog. Let's see what these are like. And here it is, the pulled pork hot dog. I'm looking forward to this. I thought this was a hot dog, it actually turns out it's not. It's like a pulled pork sandwich, but it's got like caramelized beetroot, I think. It's got crisps, tastes like ready salted, crunched up, pulled pork, mayo, ketchup, barbecue and Tabasco. And whilst I'm disappointed there isn't a hot dog on the inside, it is absolutely delicious. Okay. So guys, we've arrived here at Safari Quads for our ATV experience. And what an adventure this was. Quad biking through the Icelandic mountains was nothing short of a life-changing experience. So dude, it's very windy, but what do you think of the adventure?
It's great.
I'll be honest, it's fantastic, absolutely fantastic views, but it is a lot harder than you imagine. I've quite struggled doing it, but definitely an amazing experience. See, just over there, that's where we were when we've just been up that peak, and then we drove all the way up this peak. It's a real challenge, I tell you, but definitely worth doing. And this is where we are, Lally. You alright, dude? And with the quad biking adventure complete, it was time to say goodbye to the land of fire and ice. Iceland was never a bucket list experience for us, but after visiting, it's safe to say that this is one of the most magical experiences we've ever had, and Iceland will always hold a special place in our hearts. If you've enjoyed this video, then please drop us a like and feel free to subscribe to our channel for more couples and families adventures. Thank you for watching.